Oh, we were just learning about Condaleeza, and I was thinking back to the George Bush days, and well, here's the late Colin Powell, and there's Condaleeza there. This was one of my favorite administrations, being an American. Oh, we had our home and we lived well under George W. We lived in Cape Coral, Florida. But to the beginning of George W., I actually lived in Canada. There's Vladimir. And we got Donald with Condaleeza. So, hey, she hasn't been gone. She's there with Don. I guess I am the video where you see Condaleeza. Again. We have many men. Look at this one. He doesn't even have a head wrap on. That's kind of weird looking. He's got all these people with the head wraps or whatnot, or whatever these are. What are these called? Head wrap? I don't know. But that's what I would call it in English. But this one man here doesn't have any head wrap. And then Condaleeza doesn't have any head wrap. John Kerry. I haven't seen him in a really long time. Laura Bush. Yes. Commemorating Rosa Parks. I remember that. Rosa Parks. And I learned all about her. Who she was. Well, she was this African-American woman that stood up for the rights of, well, not only just her, but it ended up where she stood up for the rights of a lot of people. Basically, they were forced to sit. Ones were forced to sit at the back of the bus, whatnot. So they weren't anywhere near the driver and whatnot, and sort of they were told to where they were to go. They didn't have free choice to sit wherever they wanted to on the bus. It was a control thing. It was like, well, because you are the certain complexion, you are to sit in this certain designated area of the bus and whatnot. And the whites sit up in the front where it's more ventilated and whatnot, and things of that nature. But she said, no, I'm going to be sitting up front. And I guess, from what I understand, it changed. And did she get arrested or something like that? We got this one. We got a biography. We'll go with this one. I like a white and black sort of thing. Showing you.
Famous for her refusal to move to the back of a segregated bus, Rosa Parks became a symbol of American civil rights.
Rosa Parks. This is the mother of the movement.
Born in Tuskegee, Alabama, on February 4th, 1913, Rosa Parks became a member of the NAACP in 1943. Parks actively worked for voter registration and desegregation. But on December 1st, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, Parks sparked a national movement.
As an African-American woman, she was relegated to the back of the bus. But the bus became crowded with white customers, and the bus driver demands that she moves even further back. And she and 3 other people were being asked to do this. And then he said, I'm going to call the police, basically. And the other 3 got up and moved back, and she refused, and the rest is history.
When Rosa Parks was asked whether she was tired that day, she said, I was not tired, and I was not old. I was only 42 years old. But what I was tired of was giving in.
Parks was arrested for violating city ordinances. After bailing her out of jail, NAACP...
Now, back then, you didn't have as many people as we have nowadays. You know, there was only a certain amount of people. Okay. And people were so clean and well put together, and there's just so not that many people all... I mean, you had a group of people here, but now it's way more than that. It's gotten to be more than a group in some areas. It's gotten to be like over-infestation of overpopulation. I went to the city. It was unbelievable. It's like this everywhere. In some areas, believe it or not. Toronto was filled, especially in the summertime.
Time magazine chose Rosa Parks as one of the 20 most influential people in the 20th century. And their comment was, by her simple act of protest, she galloped.
Today we are
Rosa Parks. Anyways, Condaleeza Rice. God bless America. How about Sarah Palin? Haven't seen her face in a really long time. Sarah Palin. And I love the great state of Alaska. Yes, Alaska is one of those states you could catch me talking about it. Through word of mouth, I just talk about the state a lot. I love the state of Alaska from a distance. I've never been there. I learned a lot about it, about how, well, they got the importation of things, you know. It's sort of a difficult challenge in certain places of Alaska. How about their, well, you know, all their famous things about Alaska, like their daytime patterns with the sun up and things is very interesting. You learn about different things. Oh, how about like dog sledding? It's like, yeah, I get it. You know, I always forget about it in Alaska being there. Because it's not part of Canada, it's part of the United States. I think it was bought off Canada or something like that. No wonder. It's a really nice place. Like, glorious. It's, in all its glory, it's got a lot of cool activities. Now, it's fairly, well, teach their own, you know, to ride in these planes in the icy. Some people have no choice so I've heard. I had a really good friend named Pro from Alaska, computer guy, actually. Who knows what the heck he does? I don't know too much about Pro. Pro would never tell me too much, and I haven't talked to Pro in, quite some time. Pro, the last time I talked to him, he was with his girlfriend, and he was talking computer things in Alaska, and talked a lot about Alaska. Wish I recorded Pro. This was back during the dark ages of StacksAMilli, where I just talked to people. I never recorded it, so very dark ages, you know. But I can only move on, kind of like that, you know. Yes, no, Sarah Palin is probably one of the most attractive American politicians. If you ask me who's the most attractive female politician in America, the first name that would come up would be Sarah Palin. I remember when she blew up in my mind some years back. When she blew up. In 2006, she became Alaska's youngest and first female governor. Sarah Palin proved to be a very popular politician as the governor of Alaska. 2 years later, she was tapped as a Republican presidential nominee. John McCain